my channel. My name is Lamelo M. If you are new here, thank you for joining us. I hope that you stick around, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for watching, and thank you for not unsubscribing even though I haven't posted in so long. My life has been a roller coaster, to say the least. I've been going through a lot, and I'm always going through a lot, but I'm going to avoid lamenting on this channel. What I will do instead, or what I have decided to do, is turn my pain into purpose, or use my pain for purpose, which is honestly why I feel like God has taken me through the things that He's taken me through, so that I can be able to help people. Oh, this dog. If you guys hear dogs outside, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna record this again. But yeah, I'm back again. We are midway into the next year, which is 2022. We're in July 2022, and I last spoke to you guys, I think, in January of 2021, which is horrible. So it's been a year and a half since I've shot. Actually, I lie. Not since I've shot a new thing, but literally since I've posted on the platform. I've tried to shoot. I have shot several videos. I would either get too lazy to edit, or something would stop me from posting. Like the last video that I posted it went up, the premiere is there, the thumbnail is there and everything, but it just never fully uploaded, so I need to re-upload it. But I decided that I don't want to post that anymore, so it was a good thing that I didn't post it, because it was kind of like starting my story in the middle of the story, if you know what I mean. Anyway, in case any of you are wondering, I'm engaged. I'm joking. I'm really not engaged. This is my right hand. This is the dress ring I found. I used to use this ring to I used to use this ring this ring to chase men away. Yeah, it's just a dress ring. Actually, I used to use it to chase men away, and it didn't work. At the time I had a boyfriend, now I don't, so I don't walk around wearing things like this, because otherwise and I actually do want to get married. So that's what this ring is for. Anyway, I digress. So I am back on YouTube. I have a set schedule. I think you guys will be receiving my videos every Thursday and every Sunday, but I always premiere them the day before. Well, not always, but most days I'll premiere them the day before, so that you guys can see when the upload is coming, so you can set an alarm so you guys can be able to watch it. But I have not been stagnant. I started a mental health awareness page, a blog actually, but I hosted it on Facebook. And the reason why I chose to host my blog on Facebook was because Facebook is accessible to most people, and even if you don't, you always have a friend. There's always somebody that has Facebook, so you can always find access, so you can read, right? Instead of hosting it on a blogging site where I know people will not have the energy to read back. My brother disturbed me to show me that he got me these. If you guys are not familiar with these things are the bomb diggity. But anyway, that's my guilty pleasure. As I was saying, I hosted my blog on Facebook because it's accessible to a lot of people. Anyway, my blog is called Uncomfortably Honest Mellow. I'll insert something somewhere here. That's why I left this space, so I'm sitting. I'll insert a screenshot here so you guys can see. So the mental health blog, this YouTube channel was supposed to be mental health oriented, amongst other life stories of things that are constantly going through my mind. I plan on vlogging. I would vlog for you guys, but I don't do anything. I sit at home. I spend 90% of my days at home, so this is just sit down videos for now, until my life gets interesting enough for you guys to have a vlog type situation. In addition to that, my thoughts are all over the place. Wow. So that the blog that's hosted on Facebook is really a place where I was just talking about in written word how I was just talking about how I've really been struggling mentally, and a lot of you guys know that I'm a Christian, so like my mental health struggles combined with my Christianity has been a bit of a mind-boggling situation for me. So I decided to document that and to try and help people through that however way I can. And now I feel like I have the time, and I think it would be good mental health. It would be good for my mental health. It will be a good mental practice to also, extend it to people who aren't readers and maybe just want to have me talk to them like this through the channel. So that's what I plan on. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm here to do. And instead of diving like deep into things, I really just wanted to now talk about, or rather, I really wanted to read to you guys one of the blog posts that I wrote on the blog. And let me just find it. Hold on. Yeah, so this is one of the blog posts that I wrote. I wrote this one in November, on the 4th of November 2021, actually. I hope that I'm audible so you guys can hear, besides this dog barking. This dog is going to drive me crazy. But yeah, I will not always read my blogs for you guys. I just decided to read this because it would be a good icebreaker. It would be me getting used to talking to you guys again. And I believe that I worded this so well in this blog. As you can see right now, I'm struggling to talk, but like I worded this so well that you guys will probably enjoy me reading it more than me just talking about it. I'll go on to talk about these topics more freely and more fluidly another time, but today I'm going to read. So, the title of this is A Depressed Christian. A depressed Christian. What an oxymoron. A lot of us were trained to think that those two words should never be used side by side. That if you are saved, every burden that you've ever dealt with should disappear immediately. The sad part is that this is not the case. Far from, actually. And this thinking, in my opinion, is what puts unnecessary pressure on people to have it all together right after they profess their love for God and their willingness to be a follower of Christ. These pressures ultimately serve as our demise in upholding healthy mental health standards and can often do the very opposite of what we were meant to do, which is to aid the ailing of our mental health. If you aren't a Christian, I know this topic doesn't necessarily apply to you, and I know my blog should cater to everyone, but I did, after all, create it true to my personal experiences, and this is one of them. I hope as non-Christians you can still find something for you here to relate to. Anyways, I digress. We are all aware that mental health is something that affects all of us. It's like the health of our bodies. Some of us are in perfect health, but may catch a cold here and there. Some of us suffer with things that can be regulated and supplemented, like high blood pressure and bad eyesight. And some of us live with chronic diseases like lupus and cancer. Whatever your level of physical health is, such is the same for mental health. It is something we all need to take care of. Guys, my hair is in the way. It's just getting on my nails. Let me do this. Anyway, that was an ad break, which I feel the Christian community often negates because they believe that being saved heals everything. There are also moments of seasonal depression, waves of sadness when expectations don't happen how you thought they would, or when you've lost a loved one or are going through a hard time in your life. People often expect Christians to brush it off and move on like nothing happened. We understand that we should have unwavering faith and all the like, but there's a certain amount of pressure in the Christian community to slap a band-aid on your problems and move on like nothing happened because God is good all the time. Things shouldn't work like that. I listened to an old album of Chandler Moore's. He's one of the lead singers of Maverick City Music. If you don't know him, you should definitely look him up. The album title is Feelings, and in this album he talks about how God created us with feelings, and that because he's the God of our feelings, we should be able to feel things without feeling guilty for feeling the way we do. Life is hard. Seasons of sadness come and go. Just as the sun rises, so does it set, and this is true for our feelings just the same. He mentions how God isn't up in heaven looking at us feeling sad or hurt about a certain thing and going, "No, you're not allowed to feel that." That's not what he does. Jesus himself, a perfect man, but God, who came down to be flesh and blood, had feelings too. Before he went to be crucified, he expressed fear and pain, saying, "Father, if it is your will, take this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done." This is in Luke chapter 22, verse 42. Jesus himself had feelings too, and so it should not be a sin to have and feel our negative emotions. Inasmuch as we should take heart and have faith, our negative feelings are still valid too. It's okay to sit in our suffering, but it is better to sit in your suffering with Jesus. He is there with us, feeling what we feel and understanding our pain and suffering. When Chandler wrote that album, I discovered this very week that was just after his apartment had burnt down. He had no clothes, no place to stay or call his own, and yet he understood that it was okay to feel how he felt because God understood. As Christians, let us not put pressure on each other to always be rainbows of sunshine. Let us know that it's okay to not be okay. It's perfectly fine. Another thing we should come acquainted with is that mental health is something that's real, and let us never use our Christianity or idealism of our faith to sweep our issues under the rug as if they don't exist. Furthermore, let's acknowledge that there are deeper issues that people have that can't be solved with prayer. Clinical mental health issues do exist. There are people who believe in God that suffer from serious mental health issues like bipolar disorder and its many forms, major depressive disorder, borderline personality disorder, and other kinds of personality disorders, schizophrenia, and the like. Just as God made men intelligent to be able to invent things that are useful in everyday life, like the vehicles we drive and the electricity, along with all its appliances, he made men intelligent enough to come up with medicine, treatment plans, and the like to deal with these kinds of ailments. As Christians, let us continue to pray and have faith for the healing and management of mental ailments, and let us not limit it to that. Pastors are not licensed psychologists and should not be treated as such. Pastors are not licensed psychologists and should not be treated as such. I say that out loud because people need to know. They may be qualified for general counseling, but let some issues be given to the appropriate people to help deal with. Let leaders in the faith who are approached for help know when to step back and say, "This is the number of a licensed psychologist. Let us help you get the appropriate help you need." Let us also let go of the stigma that comes with having mental health problems. People with these problems are not crazy, they're just sick. Remember that the church is a hospital for sinners, not a shrine for saints. I hope everything I had to say today made sense, and I hope that even the non-Christians on here have something to relate to. Until next time, love and light, Mello. So yeah, that was just me reading to you guys one of my blog inserts. I hope that wasn't long and boring, but basically, I really struggle with expressing to people that me and my belief in God does not necessarily mean that it's going to cure all my problems. In fact, it doesn't. Paul speaks about having a thorn in his side, and it doesn't say what the thorn in his side is, but it definitely is and could be an ailment that probably happened to him to remind him to remain humble. Such as our mental health. Sometimes God lets us go through these things to keep us in a place of humility, to keep us in a place of being humble, to not be overly arrogant, because God knows if I didn't have mental health problems, I'd be on top of the world. I'd be high functioning. I would think that I'm doing everything for myself by my own strength. And so I think in order to calm me down, God gave me the ailments that he gave me, so that I'm not walking around pompous, because it kind of reminds me of my humanity when I go through certain things. When I go through these phases, and then I calm down and I self-introspect and I realize that, okay, no, but like for real, God sometimes put this thorn in my side, you know. Whatever the thorn in your side could be, it could be maybe that you don't have money. The thorn in your side could be, it could just be something permanent that's not that God gave you because He knows that it might destroy you. You know what I mean? If you didn't have that thorn in your side. So I see my mental health as the thorn in my side, like the thorn that Paul had in his side, you know. And so I believe that there are many issues that pertain to mental health that go hand in hand with faith or with Christianity, specifically because that's the faith that I belong to. And I believe that these things shouldn't be swept under the rug. I will not constantly be talking, I will always talk about mental health on this channel, but I will not constantly, this will not constantly be the topic. I'll talk about different things in case you guys were worried that, you know, like all I'm going to be talking about is God and Jesus, which, yeah, for the most part, yes. But like also life is real, just as our mental health is real. Life is real, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I did say when I started this channel, people might be mad at me for saying the truth, but a lot of people will relate to the things that I'm saying, whether they want to admit it or not, you know. So I just hope to, the point of this channel is really that I hope to touch somebody's life, even if it's not 5 million people. It could be 5, it could be 10. All I want is to be able to help someone and know that they're not going through these things alone, and that things will be fine, things will be okay, we will be fine, we gonna be all right, you know. I think Kendrick Lamar said that. Anyway, I'm really grateful that I'm back on this channel again. I'm grateful to be talking to you guys again. I'm grateful for everything, really. If you are not subscribed, please do subscribe, and please ask your aunties, your uncles, your little sisters and brothers, maybe not too young, because there might be some things that I might talk about that are a bit sensitive, but ask your people to follow me, because I will talk about issues that affect us across the board, despite of age and socio-economic status and all those things. Anyway, I'm babbling, blub. I'm talking too much. That's what I'm doing. I'm just really excited to be back on YouTube. So yeah, guys, have a great evening, I guess. I think I'll be posting these in the evenings. But yeah, have a great something, whatever time you're watching this. Have a great that. Bye. See you guys. Hey, what's happening? Wow. Ciao. My mom used to tell me this is cancer, and to be honest, nobody should be eating this, but these things slap. I'm sorry. These things, besides Jesus, they are the way, the truth. Can't say they are their life, but they're the life of the party in my mouth. Period. Let me stop recording. Shut up.